Today we are still reading lines at lunchtime. Who can tell me the last thing that happened? What happened to Jack and Annie? Jaden?
Jack can't find Annie.
Jack can't find Annie, so we're going to read today to see if he finds her. Our reading strategy will be making an inference or a prediction, which means what does making an inference mean? No one? No way. Giancarlos? Making an inference? A prediction? All right, pick someone else.
Kaylani.
All right. Kay.
Now you can talk.
Making an inference about what will happen next.
Yeah, it's taking a guess about what will happen next. And good readers are always making inferences as they are reading. So we have chapter 4, Mud Bath. Who would like to make an inference about what this chapter is going to be about? The title is Mud Bath. Jaden?
I think Jack is swimming in the mud.
That's a great guess based on the title. Okay.
I think they're gonna play in the mud and step on it.
Maybe. All right, let's read to find out. Those were great inferences. Jack looked over the edge of the riverbank. Annie had fallen into a pool of mud near the water. So I believe yesterday Giancarlos made that inference that that she fell. I think Jaden also said that she fell, and they were right. The thick black mud was up to her chest. So she's all the way in the mud. I slipped, she said. It feels like quicksand. Jack threw down his pack and got on his knees. Be careful, said Annie. Don't slip too. Jack pointed to a tangle of old tree roots sticking out of the bank. Grab these, he said. So he's handing her the tree branches so she can hold on to them and he can maybe pull her out. Annie reached for the roots, but they were too far. Too far, she said, breathing hard. I'm sinking. She was sinking. The mud was now up to her neck. What do you think is going to happen next? Jaden?
You're gonna drown.
She's gonna go under the mud. Let's see. Hold on. Jack looked around wildly, so he's nervous, so he's looking around super fast for something. He saw a fallen tree branch near the bank. He raced to it, picked it up, and carried it back to Annie. Only her head and arms stuck out of the mud now. Jack held out the branch. Annie grabbed it. Hold tight, said Jack. I'll drag you over the roots. He started pulling on the branch. But Annie was still sinking. I'm still sinking, Annie wailed. The mud was now up to her chin. Oh my gosh. Come on, said Jack. You can do it. I know you can. Just try. Just then, Jack heard a splash. He looked up. What do you think the splash is? He heard a big splash. What could it be? Jaden?
The animal.
The animals. On the other side of the wide river, a wildebeest had jumped into the water. Another jump, and then another. They were headed right toward Jack and Annie. Is that a good idea? I see Jaden has some thoughts. What are you thinking?
Um, the animals are gonna save Jack and Annie.
Maybe they'll save Jack and Annie. I think John Carlos maybe agrees with Jaden. Alana has different thoughts.
Okay.
What do you think?
What you gonna think? What you gonna say? Nothing?
What do you think that splash is? Jaden says the animals are going to save him. Is it a good idea for the animals to go near Jack and Annie?
No.
Maybe, maybe not. Maybe they're going to help, but maybe they're going to get stuck in the mud too. All right, let's see. Hold on tight, said Jack. He pulled on the stick again. Annie only moved a tiny bit. Hey, Jack, on the moon, it felt like I weighed 10 pounds, said Annie. Remember, on the moon, there was no gravity, so they were floating. They were so light, they weren't heavy. But Annie says, in this mud, it feels like I weigh a ton. And a ton is not 10 pounds. A ton is 2,000 pounds. Concentrate, Annie, said Jack, trying not to slip down the bank. I am, said Annie. The lead wildebeest were already halfway across, swimming toward them. Many more wildebeest were jumping into the water. It's now or never, said Jack. He took a deep breath and he pulled really hard. Just then, a shadow passed over them. A shadow, what could it be? I love how Jaden is just like ready today. He's ready to learn.
I think I think that's the animals.
Maybe animals, the shadow. Okay, let's see. Jack looked up in the sky. Uh-oh, he said. A huge vulture circled overhead. Now we know that when a vulture is flying in a circle, that is not a good thing. That means he's looking for something that is already dead to eat. Or he's watching, waiting for something to be dead to eat. Uh-oh. I think the vulture thinks that you're near the end, said Jack. Oh, get out of here. Annie shouted at the vulture. I'm fine. In a burst of fury, she let go of the branch. She lunged for the roots. She grabbed them. Yes, cried Jack. Pull, pull. Slowly, Annie pulled herself out. She was covered with black mud from head to toe. Jack helped her onto the bank, getting mud all over himself too. See? Annie shook her fist at the vulture. I'm fine. Now beat it. But the giant ugly bird still circled them. Come on, let's get away from him, said Jack. He pushed his glasses into place. Rats, he said. Now his glasses were muddy too. He tried to clean his hands in the grass. Oh no, shouted Annie. Jack turned to her. The wildebeest will get stuck in the mud hole, she cried. She waved her arms at the wildebeest, struggling to swim across the river. Not here, she shouted. Not here. But the frantic swimmers kept coming. Why is Annie telling the wildebeest not to come? John Carlos? I thought you were raising your hand. Why is Annie telling the wildebeest, not here, not here? Don't come here. Giovanni?
Because the animal wants to eat Annie.
Maybe, I don't know, if they're extra hungry, maybe they want to eat the kids. Dun dun dun. Jaden?
I think Annie want them to be safe.
Annie wants them to be safe. Yep, that's why she's telling them not to come near them, because she doesn't want them to sink in the mud hole like she did. So what do we think is going to happen tomorrow when we read? Are the animals going to come and get stuck, or is Annie going to get them to stay away? What do you think is going to happen tomorrow? Jaden?
I think she's gonna the giraffe is gonna pick Annie up.
Maybe they're going to go on a ride on an animal. Okay, Lonnie. What do you think is going to happen?
I think the animals are gonna come.
The animals are going to come. Do you think they're going to get stuck?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, but if it was so hard to get Annie out, I can't imagine how hard it would be to get those huge animals out.
Oh.
All right, those were some good predictions for tomorrow's reading. Now we have to think about what we already read and what was really important. What was the main idea of the chapter? That will end up being our message. So take a couple seconds. And when you're ready to share your message, go ahead and raise your hand. Jaden, what are you writing today?
The animal was jumping into the water.
The animals jumped into the water. Perfect. And that
Go save Annie.
to go save Annie, but they didn't save Annie.
And the next one.
Annie saved Annie. She really grabbed the roots and she pulled herself out. Annie saved herself. So think about something that happened in the chapter. I'm going to come back to you, Jaden.
Yeah.
Okay.
That Annie stepped on the mud, in the mud.
Yep. Annie was in the mud. She stepped in it and she was sinking.
Sink.
All right. All right, Kay, you are free to go and start writing. I will see you later.
Bye-bye.
Alana?
Yeah.
Jack tried to help Annie.
There you go. That's a main idea. That's important. All right. You can start writing, Alana.
Bye.
Bye. Giancarlos. What are you writing today? Go ahead, Giancarlos.
Jack and Annie got stuck in the water.
In the mud. But Jack didn't get stuck. Only Annie got stuck. So you can write Annie got stuck in the mud. You want to write that?
Okay.
All right.
Yesterday I wrote water.
Yesterday you were water.
No, that's okay. But we didn't know where she was yesterday. We just knew that there was a river. So he was right, technically. All right. Bye, Giancarlos.
Bye.
Mackenzie. Unmute. Okay.
What's your message?
Annie was sinking. But then I'm gonna have one more message.
Okay. What is it going to be?
Because that's two lessons. I did one message, two lessons.
Well, the other messages that you're gonna predict will happen tomorrow, right? So tell her what you thought is gonna happen tomorrow.
Annie can get stuck again.
Well,
Annie is going to get stuck again.
Okay, that's a good guess.
And then Jack is gonna have to pull her off from the roof.
All right. That's a great prediction, Mackenzie. Bye, Mackenzie.
Bye.
All right, Giovanni.
Is Annie was stuck? Somebody? Jack? No. Annie was sticky. Stuck. The moon? And Jack wants to help her.
Annie was stuck and Jack wants to help her. That is a main idea. That's awesome.
Good night.
All right. Bye, Giovanni. See you later.
Bye.
Jaden. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. What are you going to write today?
I think Annie's gonna get stuck again, and then this time the animals are gonna save them.
Okay. All right, Jaden. You are free to go and start writing.
Bye. I love you.
Love you too. See you later.
See you later.